if you haven't heard, or you've been living on a fucking rock.
Something's wrong with you.
Now, I got this young lady's name, and I had Googled her because I was digging. I was trying to do my journalist shit because I didn't see the documentary or the docuseries because I don't have Lifetime. You know what I mean? But I seen clips and shit on YouTube, and I seen real pain in a lot of these women's faces. You know
I watched all that shit, but go ahead.
So I was hoping that y'all saw it.
I saw forcefully. I saw it because I didn't want to see it because I put like this. I saw it, and I'll speak on my part when I get to that. When we get to that, but I want you to finish. What you
okay, so because I just want to shout her out, Dream Hampton. That's the EP of the fucking docuseries, and she's from here. So I was like, oh damn, shit. Wait a minute, let me relax, because I was pissed off about it. But you know how I feel when it comes to people not being able to separate the art from the artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I seen a lot of boycotting and saying all this other crazy shit. Like, nigga, you can't forget, like music, and a lot of you niggas was made off this music, especially you young motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So separate the art from the artist, and know that some of your favorite songs probably came from these little situations and scenarios. I know that's fucked up.
Yeah.
But I want y'all to tell me what the fuck happened. Because all I saw was clips, and I saw the one with the young lady talking about she saw the door open and he was fucking Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I seen Aaliyah mom come back and say, I was with Aaliyah the entire time. Nothing happened like that. Every step of the way we was there when they was on tour. You feel what I'm saying? Pretty much throwing holes in this young lady's story.
Yeah.
But I saw pain in her face. She feel like she know what she saw. But I explain the shit to me.
Where did you see that at? Because that wasn't a part of the documentary.
It wasn't part of the documentary, but her mom did come out to say at one point, like way back, that they stopped it before it got that far. But I feel like, you can be in love with a person without having a physical attachment, but at the same time, I think they had crossed those borders. I feel like they crossed those borders because...
To say that, when I just went through Wikipedia, and I was going through the R.kelly shit, you know how they show spouses and shit like that? They have Aaliyah under there as his spouse.
It's documented.
And that's why I said, if you watch that shit with Aaliyah...
Yeah.
What made the whole documentary more believable is they had people like his brothers. They had his family members and people that's close to him, tour managers, backup dancers, all of these people that was still working with him at a point and was incriminating themselves. They was saying that we was going to get young girls for him. We knew it was bad, but he was paying us and he was making sure we was straight. So we know we fucked up. And the tour manager said he felt like he fucked up with Aaliyah specifically, and he failed her parents because they put the trust in him to make sure she was straight on tour. And he preyed on her and got her pregnant. That's the only reason they got married when she was 15. And then the tour manager signed the wedding certificate forging that she was 18 years old. So it's a lot of shit with that. Her mama can say that, but the evidence is right here. You know what I'm saying? The people who signed shit, if you was there, why didn't you sign the marriage certificate? The only people who was there was the tour manager, R.kelly, and Aaliyah.
She was doing it from a more of trying to make her image still look good and make sure it's still intact, even though it's been years since then.
But she a shitty ass mama.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. But see, my thing is, like I said earlier, when I was doing my little rant on Facebook, I'm not nowhere close. I'm way far from even trying to defend this nigga R. Kelly. But at the same time, y'all bringing out y'all bringing out this series, this little 3-part, 4-part, how many parts it is to this series of trying to, where was this 20 years ago? Why did you wait after 20 years to want to do this? It was already there. Y'all, and then the world itself was acting so surprised, oh my God, R. Kelly really did this? Nigga, where was you at in 94? Where was you at in 95?
But that's
where
the thing, though.
96?
The outrage, all this shit, he been getting tormented with this shit. Right. And they put it in the documentary showing that throughout the years, because one of the episodes was called Hiding in Plain Sight. Mm-hmm. Everything that he was doing was out there. The Aaliyah shit, the papers and all that shit was out there. Mm-hmm. Torre did an interview with this niggas. Asked him, do you like teenage women?
And he said, what do you mean by teenage
Explain.
women?
What do you mean teenage?
And he said,
I guess he wanted age.
No, nigga.
He wanted him to
It's self-explanatory. If the age is in the teens, then it's a teenager. Okay. You get what I'm saying, bro? Okay. It don't matter if it's 19 or 17.
It's still teen.
He said he lined you up to knock that bitch out the park and say no. That's all you had to say. But in your mind, you know what I'm saying? Because he's a narcissist. So he just wanted to, it's kind of like what O.J. Simpson did with the book when he put out, like, if I would have did it. It's kind of like flexing, but without flexing. It's kind of like, I'm crazy, so I'm going to give you a little hint, but I'm going to draw it back a little bit. It's like he's strategic with his shit. Right. He could have just easily said no. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it would have been over with. And then it could have been his word versus hers. But when you get cryptic ass answers, they had showed an interview with him and Aaliyah after they got married. I
seen that.
Mm-hmm. And they was talking and shit, and they was cryptic as hell.
Yeah.
It's a mind game he playing on these young girls.
Yeah.
So when you getting groomed, like how we were saying, why it takes so long for them to come out, they probably was genuinely scared of this nigga. This nigga had bitches in the basement and had his wife knocking on the door like, can I come downstairs and get some food? Yeah. Like they had him, he to the point where they were saying that they had to ask to eat. They had to ask to go to the bathroom. They couldn't leave nowhere. He had these bitches in closets. He hog tied his wife, nigga. Like, bro, it's like, this nigga was wild. And for people to make excuses, and then during, it just made it weird that they was showing the timeline of him making these songs. And like, he was right, age ain't nothing but a number for Aaliyah, but he did the whole album, and every song had like weird ass innuendos about being with older niggas, and they was together. He was 27 when he was fucking with her. Yeah, like, bro, that shit, that nigga,
and that's
15.
And see, that's my thing. My thing is this though. At all that makes sense, but why is America or why is the general public acting like this shit is new? This shit is not new. Even if it's more detailed now in 2019, even if they're deciding to be more stronger, to be more descriptive, at the same time we knew this shit was going on.
But I'm saying that's just like somebody killing somebody's grandma and they don't find the nigga till 20 years later. Should they not persecute this nigga because he did it?
No, yes, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying don't do that. What I'm saying is, why are you acting shocked to it? Everybody's acting shocked like they didn't know the nigga was crazy.
But to see
the nigga was crazy because he had put it in his, like you said, he put it in the songs. I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. My mind's telling me no, but my body is screaming yes. All this shit, your body's calling me.
But the thing was, they didn't have nobody to corroborate none of that shit back then. Now that his family talking and everybody talking, it paints the picture more vivid now. Like back then, we didn't know this shit. It was all speculation. We thought this nigga might have been weird. We don't know, but you know what I'm saying. Right. Now it's all this evidence is just piled up. At a point, you got to be like, that nigga, fuck that nigga. I'm straight. I'm good on this music. I always separate the art from the actual man or the woman or whatever the case is. In his case, I'm straight on that shit. Cause the shit, it's kind of like the Frank Ocean shit with me. Like with certain songs, I feel a certain type of way about it now, and I don't listen to it the same. So I'm cool on it.
A new feel.
All I'm saying is,
good on that nigga,
if this make me, whatever, I guess, whatever. All I'm saying is, at the end of the day, however you want to look at it, how you want to put more numbers to it, or however you want to. At the end of the day, niggas knew. The general public knew. When a nigga goes into trial, it don't matter if he beat the case or not. That's something that stands over you. It's just like if it was just a regular ass nigga that was a child molester or a child rapist and goes to jail, or say he beat the case, it's still on your head. You still known for messing with young girls, and you still known for doing this. That's just like all that rule shit they talking about. Oh, he had them calling him daddy. Once he knew he had them reeled in. Oh, this is the rules. You can't go here. You can't do this. And every time you talk to me, you address me as daddy. And I get that shit, but I'm like, we knew the nigga. I put it like this. I'm not gonna speak for nobody else. I knew the nigga was weird. I felt some of them songs was fucked up, but at the same time, it was creative what he was doing as far as music wise. So I somewhat separated the music from the man, and I get what you're saying about, it's all fucked up, but it's like, bro, like I came from that era as far as that music, so it's like Some of them songs was feel good songs, and I'm not even talking about the sexy shit that he was doing. I'm talking about like the happy people and the I believe I can, bro. I believe I can fly in my 5th grade graduation on some real shit.
But I didn't know nothing about that, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
I don't think I believe I can fly was a sexual innuendo though.
No, but what I'm saying is he made good songs to cover up the bullshit that was
one
going
of his
on.
underage girls that he was having sex with. She had got pregnant, and I guess she had an abortion or a miscarriage. I can't remember which one it was. But then he wrote the song for her, and then he told her that he was like shopping it for Michael Jackson, and he sung it for him. Brother corroborated the story and everything. So that makes the song a little bit weird now. You get what I'm saying?
All right, so I'm bugged out by the shit. So now my question to y'all is, do you think him dealing with younger women is a preference?
His brother tried to make that point. His brother said, I like older women. It's a preference thing. Just like, you know, he like younger women. I like older women. It's all preference. It's not really like a demonizing them thing. That's just his older brother. His younger brother, like, that nigga's nasty.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like this shit is a little deeper than that. Because I think he has a complex. I'm not looking at it like, oh, he's a pedophile or he likes kids. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at it like he likes to feel superior. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So he deal with women that are not necessarily
on his mental level.
On his mental level. That's the whole call me daddy issue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But he didn't have a dad.
He didn't
so
have
that's
a
another
dad,
thing too.
And then he was molested more than once too in his lifetime.
As a kid.
Okay, so he was hurt.
And when he was younger, that they said he was a quiet, timid dude. Like he wasn't like no street or outgoing nigga. Mm-hmm. He didn't even want to sing in front of people. He would always sing with his back towards people. Mm. They said his brother said he wouldn't go outside. He would just stay in the house and play with his Casio keyboard. That's all he did. Yeah. So him as a kid, like you can tell the shit that he went through as a young kid fucked him up going into his adult life. He dropped out when he was 12. He couldn't read and write.
Yeah.
He was crying one day, his brother said, because he came home and they was teasing him because he couldn't read. So he was an insecure dude that turned into the nigga with all the power.
Right.
So I feel like he was a person that was broken that took advantage of other people.
So let me ask you this. Do you feel like R. Kelly is a sick individual? And not sick as like, oh, nigga, this nigga just... I'm talking about like mentally sick, like fucked up, like mental... Because and this is what when we talk about mental health, you know what I'm saying? When you don't deal with shit that happened to you mentally,
yeah,
you either do fucked up shit to other people, mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying, or you hurt yourself.
Yeah.
And that's a direct, and I feel like I'm not making excuses for what he did, but I feel like that him being molested and, you know, his childhood is a direct connection from how he deal with women. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Especially if he was a quiet, timid dude, that means he wasn't dealing with women like that. So when he get older, he's attracted to the same women that he was attracted to when he was young. Yeah. You dig what I'm saying? Not making excuses. Again, that shit is wrong. But nobody was telling him like that was wrong probably. Like, nigga, you're bugging because he's the powerhouse. Because he's the money. Everybody getting paid. Everybody good. Eating lobsters and steaks and shit like that. Yeah. And a lot of times when you got that kind of, when you that guy, you're like everybody's your yes man. Yeah. Nobody's gonna fuck because they don't want to fuck up the boat. Right. They good. So if you gonna blame R. Kelly for shit, blame every single fucking person that was around him. Yeah. Not under him, around him. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I was just saying under him as far as like the people who work for him closely.
I don't like to say people be under niggas because if you work for us, you around us. I mean, you're not under us.
You're right.
But so I blame everybody because y'all niggas like the niggas who was going to get bitches.
They fed the monster.
They fed the monster. My nigga, you need help. Yeah. At some point, somebody should have told you, bro, you need help. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Because this shit not cool. It's not even if like this shit is not acceptable by society standards. Way back in the day, my nigga, it was cool. You can marry a 12-year-old, have kids with her, hold 9. But today, nigga, you cannot do this.